If you are looking to build your personal brand, then don't worry, you've come to the right place. In this episode of Content Marketing 101, I'm going to talk to you about the personal brand ecosystem. This is a 5-part ecosystem that's going to allow you to control your personal brand. It means that you can have control of the narrative so that they understand who you are and that they will come to you for a very specific reason. This is super, super cool. So let's dive straight into the personal brand ecosystem. So the very first one when it comes to this 5-step process of personal branding ecosystem is what we call physical identity. So your physical identity is you in the real world. It's what you look like. It's the way you present yourself. So everything in the real world is physical identity, from your clothes, from your hairstyle, from the car you drive, to the stationery you use if you use business cards, the setting, the office, the studio. Everything about that is physical identity. Crafting a clear and consistent physical identity means that you're going to increase the chances of people recognizing you in the street, or recognizing you if they're watching a video of you, they can recognize that you're that same person. So your physical identity is a really, really, really powerful way to control your own personal brand. And it's one that a lot of people don't like to talk about. We do judge people by the way they look. So you should be really considering this on your business and in your business. So next time when you think about, does it matter if I do wear this top versus the other top? Yes, it really does. I'm going to break down these sections into more detail, I think, over the next couple of episodes of doing a full breakdown of physical, digital, story, network. But that is the first one of these systems. The next one is digital identity. So if physical identity is everything in the real world, then digital identity is everything in the digital world. This is your emails, your websites, your social media. A similar clear and consistent image on these is vital. Color schemes, fonts, all of that type of stuff is going to really generate a consistent idea of who you are, even down to the content style. If you're constantly delivering on video, but you decide that you're now going to deliver on image, that could be inconsistent with your digital identity. So you need to think about that in more detail. As long as these two match up, your physical and digital identity, then you're onto a winner. This is very similar to when you ever see your favorite band or favorite singer or favorite artist live. If they sound just as good as they did on the CD, on the track, on that MP3, then realistically that you fall in love with them. That's an amazing experience. If they don't, you actually have a breakdown of trust. And this is why people say don't meet your idols, is that a lot of people don't realize just how valuable and important it is to make sure your physical and your digital identity match up. The third one is your story. So your story is the glue that holds everything together. Without your story, your physical and digital identity is just pixels and fabric, and they're just things. But your story is what gives every single thing purpose. Now, your story is not your life story, and this is really important to understand, that the story not being your life story is where people go wrong. Very often, they share their life story, all the things they've learned, and that's very good. But it needs to be tunneled and funneled through this idea of what we call content pillars, where you're looking at it through a lens of your specific niche. So for me, everything has to be about the things I've learned that's helped me become a better content marketer and content creator, not all these other things that I did that have no relevance to what I do. So your story is really important to that. And there are ways you can craft your story. Again, I will do this in a separate episode in the next week or so. So keep an eye out for these episodes, and they'll be on the channel and they'll be on the podcast. But this is where your story needs to be a mirror to reflect back to the world what they see in themselves. It allows people then to relate to you and resonate with you. That is your third one. Your fourth one you have is network. So network, you may have heard the term, your network is your net worth. And this is very true. If you surround yourself with successful people, you yourself will be successful. It's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. And the amount of people who don't understand this is that who you surround yourself with is a real thing called success by association. And if people see you with successful people, they assume you are successful as well. The exact same things happens if you hang out with the opposite type of people. If you hang out with unsuccessful losers, people with bigotry views, whatever it may be, but you might not have those views or that type of thing, you are going to be seen like that. It's not about what you are, it's about what you're seen. Visibility over ability. How are you visibly portraying yourself? Now, I'm not saying cut your friends out of your life, but what I am saying is think about it. Are you surrounding yourself with absolutely incredible people? The term iron sharpens iron is a very real thing. If you surround yourself with epic people and you're constantly pushing yourself further and further, you will achieve more. And the outside world will think that you are really good because you're surrounded by them. I myself am in a community of creators, and this allows me to be, we meet up every Friday on a live stream, and it allows me to be consistent. It drives me forward. It surrounds me with people who are pushing and grinding for the same goals. And it is something that has allowed me with my podcast to network with incredible creators, incredible experts, because this network point of the ecosystem is so important. So make sure you're using that in your brand. That is the fourth one. And then we have the fifth one, which is social proof. So it's all good if you can talk the talk, but you need to be able to walk the walk. And if you haven't done that and you're not demonstrating that, then you're going to miss out on a lot of business, and you're going to miss out on that next level of authority that your personal brand should have. Now, social proof can come in many forms. Testimonials, good news stories, even networking, things like podcasting. If you have an expert guest that is much higher status than you are, that is social proof, because it's proving that you are somebody who is worth speaking to. So, because these people have spoken to you as well. So this is really important to think about with yourself, is how are you demonstrating social proof? Now, many people don't like to demonstrate social proof because they find it quite jarring. They find it like they're bragging. But the reality is, if you don't demonstrate social proof, then you're missing a trick, because you need to show the world that you are great at what you do. Because if you don't do it, no one else is going to do it. So make sure that you start to show the world your social proof. Show the world who you are and why you're so worth speaking to. So just a quickly overview on this episode, what is a personal branding ecosystem? Well, a personal brand ecosystem consists of 5 areas. Those 5 areas are physical identity, digital identity, story, network, and social proof. Those 5 areas are going to allow you all in line. If they all are singing off the same hymn sheet, they all are clear, they all are consistent, your brand is going to build, and it's going to slice through the noise like a really finely sharpened knife. It's going to allow people to recognize you, see you, and know exactly who you are. To be completely honest with you, it's incredibly unique in the way that it does this. So that is how you build a personal brand ecosystem in your business. If you found this useful, guys, be sure to drop a like to let me know, and let me know in the comments if you're on YouTube, if you have any other questions. My name is Borland, personal branding coach, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.